Lost Isle, a game we covered at the beginning of October, and that is because the game was originally meant to release at the beginning of October, but after the initial release date, they've delayed the game. I'm confused too. I don't know why they've done this. Now, don't get me wrong, this game didn't look like it was going to break the internet and become some massive MMO. It's an ambitious project for a very young team that don't really have too much experience or really any games out there. It's developed by Wonder Entertainment and was originally supposed to release on the 9th of October. These guys have been developing this since 2022 and they have no previous development history. Overall, looks pretty interesting. Could just be a giant asset flip that doesn't work at all. And as mentioned, originally it was meant to release on the 9th of October. But on the 10th of October, they delayed it. And this is the second delay now, I believe. Originally meant to release on the 23rd of September, they delayed it. It was meant to release into early access on the 23rd of September this year. But on the 23rd of September, they delayed it. So on the day it was meant to release, they delayed it, and this time round, the day after it was meant to release, they delayed it. Now, they have released a big dev letter going over why they've actually done this, and it doesn't really make too much sense. I get why they're doing it. Yes, it's an early access title. It's a very, very ambitious one. I don't know why any development studio would try and take on an MMO as their first project, especially with no previous development history. Now, the team could comprise of many individuals that had developed things before, but who knows? We'll have to see. Now, they have said that they've had very successful playtests, hitting over 160 players on a single server, which has worked really well and has proved that their large-scale multiplayer foundation is going to work in the way that they want it to. But they've said the reason they're delaying it is just to make things a bit better and have you coming back for years to come, not just a few weekends. Now, I do understand that, but normally they release it, get the foundations out there, and then that early access period is to turn it into that product that people continue to come back to. But let's have a look at what the team actually had to say. Now, if you are a fan of survival titles, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more survival games. We're going to be covering awesome stuff over October. We might do a few horror games as well towards the back end of the month, just because, well, why not? It'll be a little bit fun and I might shit my pants. Unfortunately, I don't have a face cam because it blew up. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, it started fizzing when I put it into the computer. I don't know why. So unplugged that and I haven't plugged it back in since. So I am looking at getting a new one, hopefully before the year is out, and then get back to doing some live streams too. The team say thank you for your energy, feedback and enthusiasm that you've brought to our playtests over the past few months. It has been incredible. Watching the community grow and seeing you rally behind Lost Isle has kept our small indie team motivated through some seriously long dev nights. And with the milestones, last week's testing hit over 160 players on a single server. This is a massive technical achievement and represents the kind of stable, large-scale multiplayer foundation that Lost Isle deserves. We're incredibly proud of this breakthrough and what it means for the game's future. Now, one thing it does mean for the game's future is that it's being delayed for almost 13 weeks to Q1 of 2026. They have said possibly going to be January time, and I'm pretty sure that's what their Steam page says as well. So on their Steam page, it says January 2026. So they'll probably push that back again, as in their dev letter, they do say Q1 of 2026. But we do know that you're ready to get into the action now. Trust us, we're just as eager to get you onto the island. But after recent playtest sessions and your helpful feedback, we realised we need a few more layers of polish to deliver the Lost Isle experience that will keep you coming back to the island for years and not just a few weeks. Which, fair enough, I do agree with that point, but normally that is what the early access period is for. Continual updates, steady updates that come out every sort of month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever the update schedule is going to be. Those are things that will keep the players coming. Continued updates, continued support, and continued improvements. That's something that creates that longevity through the development process and keeping in touch with the community and letting people know what's going on. Early access titles that just drop the game and then do nothing for months and then every sort of 3 to 4 months they push out an update with no news of what's going on, and the update is relatively small, that's when people kind of get a little bit bored and they just wait for the 1.0 launch. So if they can gradually update the game as they progress, I think that'll do better for the player count. The team go on to say, think of it this way: we're not delaying the game, we're making sure your inevitable betrayal of your fellow survivors happens in the most polished environment possible. Lost Isle is our baby, and we want to make sure it's ready to give you the best possible survival experience, complete with all the looting, pillaging, and questionable moral decisions you've been dreaming of. We'll keep you updated with development progress, sneak peeks, and surprise play test opportunities, so stay tuned. As we have clear milestones planned for our development, thank you for being the best community an indie studio could ask for. See you on the Isle soon. Just a little later than planned. Which, great news. I like that they are open with the team, but if they've already got a sort of roadmap internally, why don't they release that roadmap internally, build up a little bit more hype, a little bit more excitement, or maybe even something along the lines of trailer and some new footage, and they do that every couple of weeks to keep people really interested. Because it does look like an interesting game, not gonna lie. Yes, it's ambitious as an MMO. Will it do well? Who knows? It might be a complete bag of shite. I've not seen any playtests publicly anywhere or any commenting on playtests publicly, so it's probably under an NDA. But 100 player PvP is, and they've said they've hit 160 on one server. That is ambitious for a studio, like I say at the start of the video, that has never developed anything before. Or if they have, it's not known. So they could have developed a complete bag of shite, and then that's not worked. So they're doing something ambitious that they know people are going to love to get a bunch of people's cash in their pockets, which has happened before. Hopefully, though, that's not the case with these guys. We will have to wait and see. Yes, this is a shorter video than usual, so I do apologise for that, but hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more survival content. If you want to see some RPG-related stuff, check the link tree in the description down below. We're going to be covering Outer Worlds when that comes out later on this month. And at the time of this video going live, I am probably sat smashing out a load of Jurassic World 3. That's, well, the Jurassic Park 3, where you create a park. I'm very excited for that. And that comes out, I think, the day of recording this video, it comes out. So recording it on the 21st and it'll be released on the 22nd. But yeah, anywho, let me know what you're playing at the moment. Let me know what you want to see from me. For now, I'm going to wrap that up there. I've been Wired, you've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.